Probably feels like people are coming after him. Not doing the right thing.
This is Limo.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Today,
We're on.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Me too.
Me too. Me too.
It's a nice hat.
Love this hat.
And awesome.
It feels like I've had this hat for years.
He made the catch. He took a home run away from
I want to play. Why don't you want to come sit with us for 5 minutes? All right. He's like, all right.
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yes.
I guess we have to twist his arm.
Holy shit. You want to come on? Yeah.
Sure.
Beto swoops in
Hello.
to intercept. Beto behind the net. Swings it in front. He's down. Beto.
Oh, well, when you're done, you walk in then.
Oh, wait, is that why we hear the echo?
Have one more hill to climb, baby.
And the Rangers.
Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Now your host, Anthony Grasidik.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Ozzy.
Right?
Put him up a little bit
How do
louder. I
you
want to
not?
hear that. Limo Talk. It's me. It's 41. It's 41.com. GothamGoldGraz.com. StrongIsland.com. StrongIslandTV.com. Jeff Bosey's finally retired from comedy, thank God.com. Bobby Lacerra is going to come and hang out with us because Inz is going to be late. So here's what we got a different type of show tonight.
Here we go.
All right. First of all, bought up extraordinaire music director and all around my good friend Richard Zarelli. Hello, Mr. Zarelli. How are you?
I'm doing well, Graz. I'm doing well. Congratulations to your New York Football Giants.
Can you believe that?
I can believe that. I picked them to win this game. I told everybody. I told them the Giants were going to win.
You know I'm on the Knights team now. Christian's playing for the Knights out of Max Effort in Farmingdale, right?
Yes.
So they've got 50 entries into this 12 bet pool. Each game, 18.
Oh.
So 3 per game. All
right.
The over and under the line,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if like Daniel Jones has over 250 yards passing.
Right.
So I am now in first place out of these 50 people. I'm 10 for 12.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what happens next. Hold on. Hello, sir. How are you? The man, the myth, the legend, the voice of Christmas past, the boss of Strong Island, and my good friend, because I stay on his good side, he lets me still come here. Hello, Mr. Lacerra.
Hey,
How are you?
doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing
Bobby
good.
calls you Advil, like you're like calming us. When you get on, it's very calm and everything else.
Oh well, I'm not a overly exciting guy. I'm smooth and mellow.
Is that an Islander? Oh,
It's an Islander hat because I was coming on and I saw he had a hat and you had a hat. I'm like, you know what?
I've got a giant hat.
I'm always wearing a
He's
hat.
got a Ranger hat. Well,
Well, no.
the best 6, the original 6.
This is an original 6 hat.
Yeah.
Which just got today graciously. And I didn't realize you were an Islander fan all this
Yes.
all
That's
this time.
I don't really follow any sports whatsoever. I used to be a big hockey fan,
Okay.
but haven't seen a game in like 3 years. So, who's
Well,
the
that's all right.
Yankee fan here?
Me.
That would be that
Would
guy
that be
right
you?
there.
I am the only Yankee fan.
Yeah, he
I
is
would
the
like
only.
to present you with this
Oh.
holographic Yankee sticker.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you can find a nice place for that.
I will certainly find a place for this.
So wait a minute. I'm here 9 months.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a
Yes.
year in April. It's going to be 1 year.
Look, even like
That thing was on the
hologram.
floor 5 minutes ago in his
No.
office.
I've been saving that for a couple weeks, waiting to find a diehard Yankee fan, and
Oh.
I figured I came to the Limo Talk show,
You
and I found one.
You found one for sure.
So since you're here, Complaint.
Right there,
No, can I make a complaint?
Hologram
always
Yankee
complain.
Stadium. Thank you, Bobby.
Well, hold on. How come the cop show, which we like, Steve Marinello, Stevie M. I call him.
Moriello, Stephen Moriello.
Stephen Moriello. I like that guy. So he's very enthusiastic about what he does. He
got a lot
shares
of
the
energy.
show all across the United States. He's got a lot of listeners.
Yeah, he's got a big support team.
How is it possible that he's got chicks in there last night? He's got the chicks.
Big
He gets Splash.
Big mistake.
Splash is just fucking sitting here
Chicks.
7 days a week going on every show.
Literally, all 3 guests showed up at like 3 minutes to 8.
With no
Okay?
prep.
I told him, I go, Steve, that's what you get for inviting 3 girls.
Chicks.
Right.
Then you
Exactly.
got hot Michelle Astor, who Michelle and I text every once in a while. She invited everybody to her birthday show on the 20th over here at Strong Island on a Friday night. Just if everybody wants to show up, just crash Michelle's birthday party, please. And she's asking me advice. I try to give her a little advice and everything else. And I told her everything she's doing is fantastic and don't stop. And then you bring in Cindy Saval, who's always on somewhere on a picture showing off her beautiful locks and her beautiful tattoo around her chest area. And the 3 of them are sitting on the corner. And here's the cop guy with a full audience over here. And you know what's missing? You know what's missing.
Graza Day?
Every day is a Graza day. Every day should be a Graza day. And I don't get that. Well, get out. We don't want you right now. We haven't called you in. You're not on the panel.
no
Yeah, we don't
woman,
want you
boy.
in,
No woman
Splash.
tonight. No
Right,
woman.
we have a-
No
we have a
Splash night.
replacement.
It's a splash-free night.
Unless
It's a
you're
sausage
identifying
fest.
as a man.
Right.
So I got to tell Stevie that I got a problem. If the cops, listen, the cop show right here is the most popular show here. This guy,
He's doing his thing.
yeah, and the way I can see it, I'm probably we're second. You know, we're it's us. A little Teresa every once in a while. She gets a really good, actor on.
Michelle and
Michelle-
Cindy
wait,
do
I'm-
well.
let
So
me-
I would say top 5.
Michelle Astor. Cindy seems to be doing really well.
She does
How's
well.
the Gagoots doing? You know the Gagoots? You know what he did? He used me. The Gagoots used me. Because he came on my show to get PR and yet won't put me on his show because he's part of the comedy mafia.
Oh, you can go on his show. He'll
The
talk to
Gagoots?
me. Yeah.
Are you sure about
Yeah.
that? All right.
Yeah.
The Gagoots show I like a lot. I do.
Now we like them.
Now I like them a lot.
Now I like them.
Who else?
Don't let me
Who
on.
else? Georgia, who came from Govs.
Yeah.
Georgia, Georgia doesn't really follow too many things. I think she thinks I'm a little freaky, but I like Georgia.
It's all right.
Georgia Rose.
Nothing wrong with that.
Who else?
Everybody's
DNA, the guys that just left.
Yeah.
I like DNA. Althena's,
like you.
she's a
They
good,
like you.
they like me. All right. What else? Just you got to name a couple more.
Well, there's a couple that really ain't your cup of tea, maybe. you
Preacher
know.
and spiritual stuff like that.
We have a couple like healing shows, and I don't see you as
No, I'm
healing
good.
hands-on.
You know who the only
guy.
person I listen to right now? Kristen.
That would work in the other
You know
direction.
Kristen Tinsley?
Yes.
We got to get Kristen Tinsley on here. I want Kristen Tinsley to come at the Limo Talk. She's going to do a reading of all of us that night on Limo Talk.
All right.
So Kristen Tinsley,
Invite
look, I
her.
can wipe. Look, I got stuff off. Look,
Write it
Kristen
down.
Tinsley's gone. I got her done.
right.
Tonight we're gonna, before Bobby gets here, maybe if you want, in like 5 or 10 minutes, I can give my buddy comedian Matt Aravalo a call. Matt is one of our first comedians that ever came on at Limo Talk with me, Richie, and Bobby, and O'Toole, and those guys.
All right.
And he stayed very loyal to us, and I like Matt a lot.
All right, so we're giving him a call.
Yeah, so Matt, we're going to give a call.
Where is he located?
He's located, I think he's going to school in the city, but his family's out here on the island. But he does most of his comedy now in Manhattan, and he's very successful at it.
Nice.
And then we're going to have Renee Fuentes. Renee's very big in Brooklyn.
I like Renee.
So who's here? We got
I think Bobby is here.
Bobby's here. Oh, that'd be nice.
Bruno Coppola, Mr. Wonderful has arrived.
All
I
right.
know you were
All right,
asking.
So I'm gonna go.
You're going to leave?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Let him let
Oh,
him
Bobby's
do his
coming
thing.
on. Can you do me a favor, Border?
Sure.
Tonight's your night. You keep track of everything and talk to everybody.
I will.
And say hello and tell them that Dave Grass sucks and everything else. Anything else.
And before I go, can I give you one shout out?
you give shout out. Do I get a shout out on anybody else's show? But
Just shout out, man. Just shout out. I want to shout out Tugboat Manny. Do you guys know Tugboat
I
Manny?
do. I've never had him on.
You know, he came here to the open mic Friday night. He was just outstanding. He's so talented. This guy really just killed it. He
Well,
killed it.
he's
He's awesome. I love
okay.
him.
He's got a lot. Tugboat Manny.
Manny.
You know, I know who
Tugboat
Manny is.
Manny,
Yes,
yeah.
we've never had him on, but I always talk nice about him because the people like him, and
Yeah,
he's very
he's
into.
very likable.
He's very into He does a lot of events for the elderly. He does a lot of
Yes, he does.
Santa
Yeah.
Claus. So I like
But
Tugboat, but we've never had him on.
He's one of those guys. He gets into a character. You know what I'm saying? When he's on stage. Whoa! Look at this guy.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can I give you my ticket? Can you find out where my seat is?
Excuse me, where's section 225?
Oh my God!
Sorry, I was just sitting here for a second.
That's all right. He's okay with it.
No, but I don't have a ticket.
Look at this. Look at this.
I'll check the ticket.
Don't make me have to throw you out. Just go to your seats.
The immortal Bobby Inns 41 Inzarello and hit his security suit.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Fresh out of the Ranger game.
What's up, Bob?
Rangers
How much?
lose.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
And the Rangers lose
Rangers
2-1.
lose.
No, they lost.
Oh, they lost
Yeah,
2-1 to
2-1.
Montreal.
Montreal sucks, right?
Yeah, they
Rich?
kind of suck.
Yeah, they kind of do. And we kind of lost.
You know, it
But
was weird
a lot of
because
chances.
They did have a lot of
I
chances.
saw a lot of chances,
a
but
little bit of
nothing went in.
They just couldn't finish. They little lackluster there. Not that they were lackluster. I don't like to say that, but they just didn't drive it home like they usually do. They're usually great in the third period too. And
too much passing lately, I see, from the Rangers, from my perspective
that's
as a
true.
fan.
And you know, it's funny
A
because
lot of passing that they're
people-
trying to get the perfect
Yes, and
like
that's-
thing
that's-
to happen.
that's an old Ranger trait.
It is.
It's a old Ranger trait. They try to look for the perfect play instead of just pumping it into the net. Like Montreal,
Shoot the puck.
Montreal plays this wide open game, and the Rangers kind of play very tight. Well, the Rangers are a well-oiled machine. They're very good, but
They're making the playoffs.
Of course.
And they're gonna make a run. I hope.
I think they're going to do really, really well in the playoffs.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, it was just very odd. I mean, I'm working the Chase Entrance A.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
which one? Where's that?
That's
Eighth?
Silva.
That's the one where you don't have to confiscate any jerseys from anybody, right? Thanks, Graz.
It's it's weird because
Confiscate
you're right outside the side doors of the Hulu Theater, and it's like people come in, and it's just a weird situation because it doesn't look like they should be coming in where they're coming in from. But the Garden is weird. The Garden just fucking blows my mind. But so I'm standing there, and a lot of people, I'm going, hey, they're gonna win tonight. You know, no problem, guys. Yeah, you better win. They're playing Montreal, the worst fucking team. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, you never know. What do they have? 12 wins?
Yeah.
I mean,
They suck. They're not that
and they
good.
won.
They won.
No, so that's the whole thing about any sporting event is you just never know. I mean, they're professionals. Anybody can win.
Did you see the Giants one?
I saw that. That game was on the big screen over by section 105. They had it on this gigantic screen on the wall, and people were standing there watching. So I kept sneaking over to watch,
Nice.
and it was cool because I was working section 105, 106 after I did my gate,
Uh-huh.
and it was good. I mean. The Rangers kind of, I thought it was a little lackluster. Yeah, a little lackluster.
A little bit.
All right.
I mean,
As
I
I
was
was
back and
leaving-
forth. I was mostly watching the Giant game.
Yeah, most
had
people.
some
I think the
buddies
Rangers
at
were
the house,
mostly
but-
watching the Giant game.
Yeah,
But
maybe they will.
On my way out, I got a daily
point.
burger.
You're not going to eat that, are you?
Why not? It's like still even hot
Is it? Yeah, because it's been in your
You
fucking
got
thigh.
that on the way out of the Garden? You got that?
from the concession stand.
Wow.
They go like this: who wants burgers? Who wants pretzels? You know, you like whatever, popcorn, pretzels, burgers.
But that's like an hour and a half old.
Maybe. Let me see.
It's still
Let's
warm.
see. It's a daily burger,
A daily burger.
and it's still a little warm.
Here we go, folks. If Bobby's throwing up in about 20 minutes, you'll know why, folks.
Profusely.
We will.
See what I like about these burgers? And all my burgers, every burger I make,
Yeah.
I make them on an English muffin.
English muffin. There you go.
This is very, very English muffiny.
Yeah.
And I started the show, just so you know, I know it's English muffiny. Hold on. I just want to let you know, so I remember I started the show with Ozzy Osbourne tonight. I know you like Ozzy, right?
Ozzy, so when I'm not here, you do
Yeah, when he.
I
when
didn't
he's
know
not
you
here.
weren't coming here
Right.
at the time of
Wait,
going.
Can I ask a question? When you throw up, typically, is it to the left or to the right of yourself?
Oh, my God.
I'm just wondering. Hopefully, it's to the left.
This is a tasty little burger.
Oh, boy.
You mind if I wash my burger down?
All right, Bob, I'll let you know what's
Oh.
going on here.
Great scene from Pulp Fiction. Phenomenal
This
scene.
cold beverage?
This cold beverage. Do you remember the name of the franchise where the burger came from?
The Big Kahuna.
Big Kahuna Burger. I heard about that. I haven't had one yet. I heard
Yeah.
they're pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard. No, I'm good. I heard your big comedy night over at the Giggle Room has been moved to March 4th. Is that correct?
Which soon will be moved to June.
Yeah. Why? Because
No, it's like every time something goes on, it always gets postponed.
so you're on stage. Teresa Farrell is going to be there. A good friend of the show, Kathy Arnold. We like Kathy. Kristen Tinsley is going to be one of the hosts. Emily Santosis and Richie Byrne is the headliner. So that's a pretty good show. I like that. You looking forward to it? You got any material ready? No.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
I got this daily burger, though.
You're going to have agita, dude.
This is a daily burger from Madison Square Garden.
You're gonna
Very
have
tasty
agita.
little burger.
Yeah. We're going to watch you eat on the air.
Please forgive
Absolutely.
me for eating on the air.
This is a tasty burger.
So we got a question from Vinny, my cousin Vinny in Dallas, Texas, who's probably in Florida now. So we're going to play Frisco, or are we going to play the Giants in Dallas on the 29th? What's the scoop poop?
Oh, very easy.
We're going to Philly.
You're on your way to Philly.
So whoever wins
Pack your
tomorrow
bags
night.
down the turnpike.
So whoever wins tomorrow night between Dallas, who's Dallas? Oh my God,
Dallas
and
is
Tampa.
playing, Bucks.
So plays in San Francisco.
Yep, goes to the Niners.
So you're playing Tom Brady.
Yes, Tom Brady tomorrow night, and I'm not sure at this point in the season at Wild Card Weekend whether my team will come out and actually do well, or my team will actually come out and get their doors blown
That's actually
off,
my-
because we have no clue what we're going to see tomorrow from my beloved Cowboys.
So my cousin Vinny's a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. So Vin,
I didn't know that.
So is Richie. So Rich Zarelli, my board op for 6 years, is also a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. We talk about him a lot. So share the show to some of your Texas people.
Yes,
And
we
Bob,
want
hold
to
on,
recommend
Bob,
Texas.
wait, Bobby, all right?
I want to recommend the daily burger at the Garden. Over by Section 106. Very tasty burger.
Welcome, Taz, the resident artist, joining us tonight, along with Mickey Delaney chiming in. And I'm sure he'll have some derogatory remark at some point about us, but we'll keep it together.
Well, Greg DiFilippo will say something. He'll say something.
Greg DiFilippo
Probably,
is
it'll
on.
it will be pointed at Bob just to get Bob's ire up a little bit. But that's good. We like always. What,
Oh, look at this. Michelle Astor joining, saying she's not really feeling that well.
yeah, she had a family.
When you don't
But
feel well,
she's-
this is the perfect show to turn on.
It absolutely.
Because you realize that things could be better.
How couldn't we make you feel better, Michelle? I mean, you just look at us and you have to feel better. So you think, oh my God.
If you had a tasty burger like this, Michelle, you'd be really happy. You mind if I
I hope your friend is doing okay.
you-
though,
wash
what-
Michelle.
my burger
She
down
has a
with
friend of
a
hers that-
tasty beverage?
No. It's cappuccino, coffee, and a burger? No soda?
First of all, it's cappuccino.
All right, cappuccino.
Second of all, it's just
Is it
regular
cappuccino?
coffee. Cappuccino.
It's not cappuccino?
No, because we're Italian and we should say it the right way. It's cappuccino.
Really? Is that what they say in Italy?
Cappuccino. C-A is ca.
So, Wins, I got good news for you, brother.
Oh, my God.
You got 25 more minutes of me, and then I'm out of here. And then it's
Is the good news
that
after 10 or before 10?
no 5 to 10.
Oh.
I'm out of here.
All right, so you're saying the next 25 minutes
Yeah.
is not the good
28 minutes.
Well, we are going to take a phone call. Bobby Lucera is going to give a phone call out to our boy Matt Aravallo.
No, a burger really tastes good after it's been in your pocket for an hour.
Bob, can you call Matt, please, as Bobby
Listen, compressed.
gives us his his fucking. What are you doing? Yeah, give him a call.
I'm going to finish my burger now.
And we're going to call Matt as you're eating, so you don't have to worry about it.
Folks at home, if you want to join me in eating, just pull out a snack right now. Sure. It's delicious.
Ann Rotney says hello. Mickey Delaney says the Cowboys will make Tom Brady cry like a little bitch.
Well,
Bruno-
I hope so, Mickey.
Bruno
would be
Coppola
nice.
says forget about it. Sack Dak.
Oh, that's because Bruno's a big Bruins fan. I always tell him to F the Bruins.
Bobby will be blowing you out of the studios with
Very
the
nice,
worst
Bruno.
case of burger ass you have ever smelled in a little while.
Must be Greg.
Yes.
Definitely Greg DiFilippo would say
First
that.
of all, Greg,
I don't. Oh,
I am not. This is not one of those spicy, greasy burgers. It's not. It's delicious garden burger. It's the Kahuna burger over at the Garden.
now how much is that burger at the Garden? $12, $14.
No clue.
It's got to be 18.
I'm saying I don't think it's less than 15.
That has got to be. I love it.
It's got to be an $18 burger.
I don't know what to say to you. I'm like, hi, Bob. Should I show my ticket?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I love how he still has the jacket on. You know?
I was literally punching out I punched out of there at like 8:37.
Okay.
Got on the train,
And came here.
came here.
Came here. There you go.
Well, look
at that dedication.
And look at the dedication you're going to get tonight. At 5 to 10, it's the Inns 41 show. With
No, not 8:37. You get on a train at 8:37 and got here?
No.
No, you had to be earlier than that.
7:37 maybe.
What did I say?
No, you said 8:37.
And then you went to Valley Stream and then drove here.
Yeah.
Well, what time is it now?
It's 9:35. Go ahead, Inns.
There we go.
Train was at 8:20.
Okay.
So
Oh, so you didn't punch. Oh no, I think you said you punched out at 8:37.
Oh no, I did. You're right. I did say that. I punched out at like 8:17.
Ravens 10. and
Bengals 9.
Bengals 9 at halftime. All right. Let's call Matt. Matt Arvallo, comedian extraordinaire, one of our good friends.
Hopefully he picks up the phone.
Yep, that would be great.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know it's his phone number.
Not that I'm not one of those people that does shit like
Oh my
that.
God, he's just.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Pizza Man?
I'm doing good.
Please leave your message
we'll
for
call him- leave a message
Let
for
me
Matt.
leave the message for Matt Aravallo.
Go ahead.
22323.
Let's leave his number for everybody. Go.
How you doing, Matt? This is the pizza guy. Do me a favor when you get a chance. Call back over at the Strong Island where I am not welcome. Strong Island Studio. Call back to the Limo Talk Show, which is probably the best radio show anywhere except for the Dermano Show. All right, have a good night, Matt.
Matt, it's me. Call me back. Call us back. 516-945-9099. That's Matt.
That translates to 1-800-PIZZA. Pizza. Crust.
Pizza crust.
To replay your message, press 1.
Let's hear
To
the
continue
message.
recording, press 2. To
let's
delete
hear our
and re-record your message,
Everybody, go.
How you doing, Matt? This is the pizza guy. Do me a favor when you get a chance. Call back over at the Strong Island where I am not welcome. Strong Island Studio. Call back to the Limo Talk Show, which is probably the best radio show anywhere except for the Dermano Show. All right, have a good night, Matt.
Matt, it's me. Call me back. Call us back.
Hello?
Matthew, it's Graz.
What's up, guys?
Hello, Matt. How are you?
Just pick up in the middle
What's
of that.
up, Limo Talk? How you guys doing?
All right, Matt. You were enthused. You were very happy to hear from me the other night. You sound a little down in the dumps. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. Sorry, I got the misses. I can't be too loud.
All right.
You got who?
You got
I'm
what?
over here. I'm all grown up. I'm with the misses. I got an apartment. I live with my girlfriend.
Oh, do you? Wow, Matt. You
So we have to be
all
quiet?
right, Matt.
So you have to be like
You have to
nice
be
and
quiet
good.
already?
You got to be quiet.
What the hell does
Matt?
that all mean? You can just
Listen,
be yourself,
guys, I don't
can't you?
know-
You're not allowed to be yourself anymore. Matt,
I'm not.
Matt,
I'm not. That's
just a
that's
small
the
duffel
thing.
bag, a small duffel bag. Pack it, run.
Oh, wow.
Guys knows what I'm talking about. You just gotta shut up and deal with it.
Thanks.
Wow.
Well,
She's setting the tone pretty early.
all right, Matt. Matt,
Oh,
let's,
she let me know. She was like, "See, this is
I
how
can
it's
see that.
gonna be." I was like, "I'm in love."
I'm in love. All right, folks, this is one of our first comedians we've ever met here at Limo Talk, Matt Arvallo. Matt Arvallo does a lot of comedy in Manhattan. He seems to be having.
He seems to be in a situation right now. It's not too funny. I got to tell you. Matt? Are you against? Are you there against your will?
I was going to say, blink twice.
You know,
Send them a signal if you need help.
Your safety word is help.
She definitely she runs the house, but so I just I stay in line.
All right, Matt. Does she do the dishes?
Depends on the night.
Whoa.
When
What do you
go
mean?
Wow.
Well,
I have questions. Matt, you know, wait, Matt, time out. Matt, you got to understand something. There are 3 middle-aged gentlemen on this panel right here. One's married 21 years. One's married 20 years. One, we don't know how long.
One's got one foot out the door and one on a big pile of ice.
I'm on 24 this year.
He's on 24. I'm going on 20.
Holy shit!
And he's slipping on ice. The guy in the middle, it looks like a security guard. So to hear,
by the way, do you have your ticket?
More.
Can I see your ticket, please?
I have to ask a question. So, Matt, when you go out with your friends, does she give you your balls when you are allowed to go hang out with them, or does she still keep them?
That's a trick question because you know that you have no friends once you get a girlfriend. Forget about my balls. I got rid of my friends right away.
wow.
Okay,
Hey, Matt,
You guys are laughing because you're like, hey man, kids spitting truth.
dude, I'm not arguing with you at all. I'm actually proud of you. Listen, Matt.
I don't know about that. I had plenty of friends when.
Yeah, but you see, wait a minute. He's young. He's fucking hustling.
young. I
He's
was
hustling. He
20-something
goes to
years old.
school. He does comedy at night. Matt, and what's coming up? Anything good, Matt?
Yeah, I just perform every night on the out here. So I perform. I just did a Cat's Deli. They did a whole annual show there.
At a deli?
So I got to host it. So that was cool. I got to meet some cool guys like Dave Attell and Mark Norman and stuff. And
Nice.
Those are names. Those are big names, dude.
yeah, it's been really cool. It honestly feels like a fever dream. It doesn't. So it doesn't feel real sometimes, but it's fun. It's, like you said, I'm definitely trying to hustle. And so I have friends, okay? I'm not a loser, okay? I'm just saying she may not be the biggest fan of them.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
We're not.
So I guess they
dude,
won't be friends with you anymore.
We're not calling you out, dude. We love you.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right.
What
Hey.
happened?
I don't know. Where'd that go just now? That went just in a weird direction. What are we...
Well, it is. Okay, hold on. Can I ask you guys? So you guys have been married for, like you said, 20, 25 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Happily married?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, you can just
Very.
divide by 6.
My question is, what is the secret? What is as someone who's young?
There are no secrets, Matt. Bottom line is, it's miserable. It's a fucking horror show. It's an absolute fucking horror show. You know what you
That's
do?
my point.
You know what you do? Find an opening in the door and fucking run. I'm telling you right now, run. You near a train station? Are you near a train station?
You need me to Venmo money to you?
Tell her you're going out for a smoke.
Do you have a Metro card?
I'm gonna show up at your house later tonight and be like, "Let me in." I'll be like, "Kick me out. I gotta stay here now."
Out of understanding and sympathy, I will totally let you in.
But will your wife?
What?
With your wife?
We live on separate floors. What are you worried about? She's upstairs. She's upstairs. I got the screw gun closing her door permanently every night. I'm like, what are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my God!
Good night, honey.
You know, I do have to go to the bathroom. Too bad. It's 11:30. No more bathroom.
Don't say that too loud. You're on speaker. I don't want my girl to hear that.
One day you're gonna want her to hear that. You know. I'm telling you, it's.
No, but it's been fun, man. I'm
I feel it.
I'm really.
Yeah, sounds it.
I'm really.
Good times.
Not the relationship.
Can't wipe the
I'm talking
smile
about the
from your
comedy
face,
part.
can you?
Oh, he was talking about the comedy.
Oh, they're talking about your life at home.
No. That's miserable.
Hey, so Matt,
no.
Pretty soon you'll be taking 4-hour showers, Matt. You spend about 45 minutes on the bowl, searching through your cell phone.
I was gonna say,
doing Facebook and stuff.
Then you go through the cabinet just because you feel like it, and the door's locked, right? So you just say, let me go through the fucking cabinets. Wow, I'm going through the shaving cream pretty quick. You know, I really should flatten from the bottom on my toothpaste. I really should. And what the fuck is going on? I've had the same toothbrush for 6 weeks. But you know what? You want to look it over because you don't want to come out. Then you turn the water on and you stick your hand in 45 times to see if it's the right temperature. You just keep sticking your hand in past the curtain, and you start to realize that the little knob, if you turn it an eighth of a turn, Not even an eighth, a 16th of a turn to the left. All of a sudden, the water's ice cold. You don't know what the fuck you did.
Yeah,
You know-
exactly. Then you got to spend the next 3 hours warming yourself up to masturbate.
Right. Well, that's part of the show. That's what it comes down to.
It's a whole preamble to what you got to do.
Yeah, then
He's just got it down pat.
Then you come out of the bathroom and she's like, "So you want to snuggle?" No, I'm tired. I'm tired from my bathroom stay. No, I'm good.
Wow.
Why don't you get some sleep, honey? I can't be selfish.
Why don't you go to bed?
Matt, Taz goes, bros before hoes, Matt. Felix Restuccia says, at deli, take my wife, please, and table one needs a corned beef sandwich.
Honestly, I think that's the weird thing about everyone can agree on. As much as we love our ladies, we'll definitely we wouldn't mind trading them in.
we would.
Wow.
But I don't.
Things
you
are
know
getting
what?
off on a good foot there.
I'm not trading mine in. I still like mine a lot. I love her, but she, it's not easy, dude.
Okay, Graz, look at you.
Dude, she's listening. She's listening, dude. She's listening. All right.
Oh,
I gotta say everything
okay, never
positive.
mind. We love our wives. Everything's happy. Everything's. As long as the Giants win, I'm happy.
And the Mets look good for next year, so we're all good, Matt. Right?
No, I'm furious about Correa, man.
But we're not. I don't think Beatty's going to do good, Matt.
First of all,
You're
think
right,
about this.
You're right. I definitely should. I'm looking at it from a negative standpoint. I should be more positive. It's going to be a good season. We got a great team. You know.
How many years can you go back over the course of Met history? And I can go back a long time. How many years could you sign free agents that, like, one of the top pitchers in Japan, right? You got who else did they just sign? They signed
Verlander.
You got a Cy Young Award winner. Last year's Cy Young Award winner, right?
Huge.
How many times do you do something like that and sit there and go, "Wow, wish we would have done more"?
Disappoint. You're right.
You
I'm
know?
being ungrateful. I sound like a Yankee fan. I'm being ungrateful.
We signed Limo again.
Well, I take offense to that as a Yankee fan, but that's all right.
You know,
It's fine, I guess. Coming from a man
I'm
who needs to
just saying.
deflect his
It was-
anger
it was
elsewhere
definitely
because
a good
of his
offseason.
relationship at home.
and but what could be better than having what was that?
This is coming from the man who needs to deflect his anger at me, the Yankee fan, because of his own troubles at home.
Me.
No, no, talking about Matt Alavallo.
Whoa. I love my lady. I said that before.
No, we know.
You know
I
what? You really should have thrown that in a few more times.
She must be listening.
She's listening too.
Of course she
Don't
is.
get me in
Listening?
trouble.
Of course she's
I'll
listening.
bet she's a real sweetheart.
What's her first name,
She has
Matt?
his phone tapped. Of course she's listening to this.
What's her first name, Matt?
Jeez.
Well, better yet,
her
what's the
first
first
name?
name you call her when you wake up?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. What's your name? Oh my God, Matt.
That's what it comes down to, man.
Matt, what's her name?
Her name is May.
May.
May, he's picked a month.
Well, May, we love Matt a lot, and because you're associated with Matt, we love you, May. And Matt's one of our favorite comedians in the whole wide world. Okay, May? Right? Is that good?
You guys, honestly,
Yes,
I was
May.
talking to her the other day about how sweet it is being able to talk to you guys. It always reminds me of when I was like 16 and a freaking dork and didn't know any better. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys.
Well, you did say something nice the other day. You said we were like family, and that's how I said it back to you. I said, Matt, you've been with us since day one. You know how I feel about you, and all I want you to do is do really well, and I know you're going to. So we're just riding. We're going to ride your coattails now. You know?
Let me tell you something. You guys are the only middle-aged white man I let break my balls. So that's a huge
Wow.
a huge compliment. Everyone
You know what's
else
a huge
I can't
compliment?
take.
You call me
guys I
middle-aged.
let happen. What happened?
You called me middle age? I'm late in the third period, Matt.
Yeah, that's a compliment in
He said,
itself.
"You call me middle-aged." He's like, "I'm at the end." This is it.
Frank Sinatra had a song called "The September of My Years," right?
Yeah.
Which is the ninth
Yeah.
month out of 12, right?
Find that, Rich.
Yeah. I used to look at that song and go, "Wow, September of my years." Oh, I'm in October. It's like,
Rich.
Yeah?
Well, Rich, what are you the youngest?
Am I the youngest?
I'm
I don't
going to
know.
be 57 in 3 weeks.
I am.
Bobby's 48. Well, Bobby's
yeah, I have a range. My age is a range.
anywhere from 49 to
I'm going from 27 when I first got married.
yeah.
Which I think the clock stopped about then. But I'm gonna go from 27, and I won't go past 55. So I'm in the middle there.
So Richie's the youngest. Yes,
I am 54.
he's 54.
I'll be
okay.
55 in September. There we go.
You guys are, you're in the prime.
Matt, you know what? I
Feeling
tell
good.
you, sometimes I see everybody
good.
else out there doing these podcasts and a bunch of old guys and everything else. We've been doing it on and off now for 12 years straight. We're very funny. People still like us. We still keep the same people coming in. Our audience is good, and we still have the same people that we like around us. So we're doing all right, Matt?
Yeah, you work for it. You guys, I don't see everyone else is an asshole. You guys are
agree with
actually nice
that.
people, so it makes sense.
We try.
So
You know how many times a day I say to myself, I hate everybody. I do. I say that a lot. I really do. I hate a lot. I just don't like a
that's
lot
what
of
makes you-
people, and I'm not
What
afraid
makes
to
you
tell
the
you
nice
that.
guy? What makes you the nice guy is you save it for the podcast. You don't tell them out loud. You go, I'm going to wait for the podcast to complain about these people. Some people will do it to your face, and then you.
I have no problem saying it to anybody's face. I don't have a problem with that. But just push me to that moment.
I can't imagine ends in a confrontation.
yeah,
Really?
Oh, really? You haven't been watching Limo talk too much.
He wants the show too much.
What did I miss?
No, we go at it a little bit. Me and Inns go at it a little bit because I get a little flaky at times and don't even listen and just go on other tangents. So it has its moments, dude. It's like a marriage. You'll know that.
I might have a reputation as being very confrontational. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look it up. But I think I might have that reputation.
It's all for the show, right? It's Limo talk.
No, I'm
It's all
talking
for the
about out
show.
of here in my regular daily life.
Right.
He's like, I'm sorry. This is me and my wife. I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, that's another story.
How long have you been with May? I'm just curious.
Yeah, how long you with May,
How long
Matt?
have you been together?
2 years now. So
Oh,
we're
all right.
young.
2
We're
years.
big.
Hey, May, I can tell you this right now. If you're listening, when you see him what he was like 6 years ago to where he is now with his apartment, a nice relationship, and doing fantastic in comedy,
Screaming out the window for help.
locking the door for 3 hours in the bathroom.
Spending 4 hours in the bathroom.
You should be very proud of him, May. He's a catch.
He has an emergency
Nah,
pit
we love
in,
that.
in the closet with mace.
She found me in the gutter just like you guys. That when I was 16. Don't worry, she knows.
Good.
How long you been together?
She
2 years.
2 years. So she found me before I was during the pandemic when I was still trying to figure everything out.
Really? Wow, May.
Well, because the pandemic hit, and in terms of comedy, you couldn't really do anything. So it was definitely a scary moment. But it's over. I don't want to talk about that bullshit anymore. Point is, I'm happy now, and I'm happy you guys are happy. I'm happy that everyone is killing it. Honestly, it almost feels serendipitous to be, for all of this to be happening.
Uh-oh, I got to Google now. Serendipitous.
Love that.
All right.
Love that. Well, good for you, Matt. I'm happy for you.
Where you going to be, Matt? I'm leaving, so I want to get you off the air so we could have the Ins 41 show start up soon.
I got you. I'm all over the city. I'm Greenwich Village every Friday, Saturday, Comedy Club. I perform with these Comedy You Old Boys if you want to check them out. Also, just follow my Instagram. I'm always posting up on there.
What's your Instagram?
Matthew Aravallo. Always been the name.
And Facebook too, right?
Yep. You can find me on I'm friends with Graz. Go through Graz's stuff and you'll find me.
Matt, we love you. Say hello to May. Tell her thanks for allowing you to spend 15 minutes on the phone and not yelling.
Is that
in the background.
M-A-Y or M-A-E?
You guys didn't know this. I've been in the bathroom. This has been the second hour of my 4 hours.
There you go. See, we're burning some clock over here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be smart.
Now you can turn the water on.
I love you guys. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for having me on. And
All right,
everything.
Matt. Thank you.
Matt, I love you. I'll talk
Thank
to you
you,
soon.
guys.
April 6th. Mark it down. You're the headliner that night.
Yep, I got you guys.
All right?
Take care, Matt.
All right.
All right, Matt.
Love you guys. Peace.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
Peace. All right. So that makes 3 now. Matt
So
Alvalo.
what just happened over there?
Billy
is,
got-
he just got off.
Yeah, he's off.
She was like, enough.
I want my time. I want my time.
I think she was
May
banging on
time.
the door. Yeah.
Mayday.
Right.
So you're the host on April 6th. Right now we've got Johnny Lambros, Billy Geyer, and Matt Alvalo. Whatever the original comedy night and the comedy lineup I had.
Forget it ever happened.
Forget it ever happened.
Forget that it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened. So we're going with all new stuff. I told Kristen Tinsley she should come down that night. Teresa to come down that night. So and Kristen's going to come in studio within the next 2 weeks and do a reading. Do you mind that brought up?
No. What do I
She's
care?
going to do a reading. She's going to tell you what she thinks is going on with your life, how you're feeling, what you might want to change. And she's going to do a reading for you, for Bobby, for me, and for Bobby Lacera that night. And maybe Splash. Splash has been banned tonight, so you're not allowed to. When I leave, she's not allowed on. Okay? You all right
What
with
did she do to get banned?
She's on every show. She's in every show. She was on the cop show last night.
Does that mean I'm going to get banned?
No.
The bad boy, what you gonna do, Sean?
No, no, that's the DNA show.
Bad
isn't it?
boys,
No,
bad boys.
there's a cop
What
show.
you gonna
Steve
do?
M. He's got a cop show on here. Who's doing very well. He had his 200 episode. He had Michelle Astor, Cindy Saval. He had Splash, and not us or me or you. So I'm a little annoyed by that.
I better look through my my junk, my spam.
Yeah, you
invite
gotta
him on.
look.
You know, I might look. Maybe there was an invitation in there.
Michelle Astor invited
been.
you for next week to her party here on
Party
the 20th.
that's tentatively scheduled.
It's
for
not
Sunday.
tenant. She's not doing well. She had somebody got hurt in the family, and she's not really doing too well today. But she is dead set about letting you know and Richie know that she wants you guys there on January 20th here at Strong Island. He's been
January
doing.
20th. 5 days, and that's Friday.
All right. So listen, just before I get out of here, Elizabeth Badabede is watching. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for watching. Taz. Kevin Epstein, we're all so happy. Clap your hands. I don't know if that means because I'm leaving, right? All right.
Wait a minute.
All right, so before you go, all right, guys, this is what's going on. March 4th, please support Bobby Inns, Teresa Farrell, Kathy Arnold, Kristen Tinsley, Emily Santosis, Richie Byrne. There's a night at the Giggle Room. It should be fun. Bobby's going to be there. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I don't know if I can walk in there. I haven't decided yet. For Bobby, I might, but I don't know. If you come with me, Rich, I might. I'll go.
When is this?
It's March 4th. What day is that? I think that should be a Saturday night.
That's a Saturday night.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Saturday night, March 4th. It's the first time I would walk in there. Oh, these? Sure, here.
There's nothing more professional than asking for your keys in the middle of the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Bobby forgot his phone in the
All
car.
right, hurry up, Bob, because I got to leave. So I haven't walked into that place since before the pandemic when they wouldn't allow me on afterwards. So
Right.
it's got to be 2.5, 3 years
Yeah.
since I walked in there. And I
Well,
swore to
or you-
myself
or you-
I
or you-
wouldn't,
or
but
you-
I'll walk in there for Bobby. Hopefully they don't kick
Well, I was
me
gonna
out.
say you go. Well, you know.
I don't think
I don't
they will.
think they will. I mean, you go in there, you have a drink, you see your friend, and you move on your day. You don't make a big deal about it.
April 6th is our night we're having.
April 6th.
I think it's going to be at MERS. I hope it's going to be a fundraiser. I think we're going to do a nights fundraiser that night. Richie, you all right with that? We do the
Wow.
travel team nights that night. You
Fine
sure?
with me.
You sure?
Yeah, what do I care?
Okay, so that's 2. I told you about Farmingdale
I mean,
baseball.
listen, I think people should play at Farmingdale baseball and play with the Green Dogs. But listen, you know, some people makes mistakes in life, and they play for other
See, he's not here to
organizations.
hear this,
You know.
because we think that you've gotten a little bit of you got your bridges.
just saying.
You're
You
tightening
know.
up your pants. You're feeling good about yourself.
You know, listen. What do you want me to tell you? You know, you think it's because the presidency is going to my head? Then.
Absolutely, dude.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
See, now I was appointed president in October.
Right?
Okay.
Wait.
That's when it went to your head. All right.
Wait.
All right.
So apparently, there's a consensus now amongst my comrades at Limo Talk that this
Comrades.
this presidency of being Farmingdale baseball executive and president, all that is now
See,
gone
for the
to my
word
head.
executive.
Yeah.
Let me
Well,
just-
we are the executive
I
board.
I gotta
Not the
go. Hold on.
executive board.
I gotta go. So all I know is I got my invite, so I'm coming to the dinner. We're coming to the dinner.
Good. I'm
All
glad.
right.
Very happy about that.
I love you. I love you.
Love you,
I'm
man.
not calling
Love
in,
you, buddy.
It's all you guys. I'm not calling in. Do your thing. and we will be back. We coming in next week. You good for next week?
What I do next week?
Well, I don't know if you work. Can you do next week?
What is next week's date?
It's the I don't even know.
I should be back, but I don't know. I have to bring.
22nd.
I got to bring my son back to Cortland.
Today's the 22nd, right?
So-
When are you bringing him back?
I think I'm bringing him back on Sunday, so I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I'm trying to work it out where I can be here, but
You need to be here.
I know. Well, what helps is that it's at 9:00 at night. So
We'll make it even 9:30 that night, and we'll tell Bobby to stay
You know what I
later, and
mean?
we'll go later.
Because I might do it in one day Sunday. I might go up in the morning and then drop him and then just come right back, or I might go up Saturday. If that's the case, then I'll be
Folks,
back
if
in
you
plenty of
keep
time.
the score at home, he's planning out his whole trip for the day right here on live radio.
Well, he's asking me the question. I'm just answering it.
It's pretty fucked up.
Can you do
that
me a
he-
favor?
You know.
All right, I'm leaving. Could you make sure you get scrubs, please?
Why? Can't you take scrubs with
Take him
you?
now.
You
We
wanna
want
take
him
him
out of
now?
here.
Yeah.
He really freaks me out.
He's not doing anything for me.
Oh, he doesn't belong
Well,
here
I
without
mean,
you.
you know, I might forget
It's like
him.
leaving your dog over. You know, you don't leave your dog.
No, you don't leave Cooper.
You know, it's not like
anywhere.
you go to somebody's house and drop off and say, I got to leave, and you leave your dog there.
No.
That's your dog. That's your pet.
That's my baby. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Fran.
Did you have something you wanted us to mention there? Or no?
No. Say goodbye to Fran Gatto, Ann Rothney, Mickey Delaney, Taz
glad you
Reznaz, Bruno Capolo, Elizabeth Batterbeed, Greg DiFilippo, Kevin Epstein, Felix Restuccia. I love you guys. We'll see you next week. I'll see you. Goodbye. Bye.
I'll see you.
Okay.
That was weird. Anyhow, it was just a strange thing. I was over at this place. Well, I got this cup of coffee here, Primo Cappuccino.
Primo
Is it-
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino. See, they're
Not
very
cappuccino.
important. Very important. You say cappuccino. Because
Cappuccino.
if you're Italian, or even of the European persuasion in any way, shape, or form,
Descent.
A is pronounced ah. All right. If you say cappuccino, you're just embarrassing yourself.
Right.
And it's cappuccino. See, what people tell me is they go, it's CAP, that's cap. I'm like, all right, but it's PUCCINO. What made you pronounce that chino? What made you pronounce that? Because that's Italian. So is the A. Is
What would
Italian.
it be though? Chino?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Yeah.
Right, but you said well, the two C's make it the Chino. No.
Not in English.
No.
No.
What is two C's in English?
Ca.
No. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
another word with two C's?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can only think of one word with a C, and I
They're
don't feel
probably
like
only Italian.
It's Italian word. It's cappuccino.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like how.
So anyway, folks at home, it's cappuccino. Primo, you see, it's IMO. Do we say primo? No, we say primo because the I is pronounced like an E.
Right, but that's an English thing.
Anyway, the bottom line is I'm at this place and this lady comes up behind me and she goes, yo, can you buy me a drink, a coke,
boy.
something to drink?
Tall boy.
I go, no, it wasn't. So I go, I went like this. I looked at her. I was like, no. She goes, well, I need something to drink. I'm homeless and this and that. And I was like, don't look at me like I'm horrible, but I'm just like, I don't buy this stuff. I don't believe it. So she goes into the thing, and now I'm not saying yes. She comes up to the counter with this Gatorade, and she puts it down, and she goes, thank you, she says to me. I said, I never said I was buying you that, and I'm not. She goes, well, I'm really thirsty. I go, and you buy Gatorade? Gatorade's like $4 in this fucking place, all right?
Yeah.
I says, go get yourself a water.
Yeah.
Or better yet, they got cups back there. They'll give you a cup of water if you're really in bad shape. But I'm not buying you a Gatorade. She goes, well, I got to keep my electrolytes up. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your electrolytes.
I have to keep.
I mean,
well then.
She goes, it's for my health. I go, you know what would be for your health? Get a job.
for my health.
That'd be good. Right?
Right.
So now what does she do? She just walks out the store with the Gatorade.
With the Gatorade.
So now the guy's running after her. Guy from the store goes, hey, what are you doing? He goes, you didn't pay for that, and he didn't.
Right. I already heard this guy's view on the situation.
So she walks away. So I went up to two cops that had, they were canine cops. And I went up to them. I says, that lady right there, she just stole Gatorade from the Penn Station deli over there.
Yeah.
Guy goes like this. He goes, yeah, they usually let him take them anyway.
Oh, really?
That's what they said. I
Well,
says,
what's he-
Gatorade?
right, he's going to chase the woman down for a
Yeah.
Gatorade.
But he did when she went into Don Pepe Pizza. She's in Don Pepe Pizza, and she's standing there, and the guy goes, oh, excuse me, you didn't pay for that Gatorade, so you're not going in the pizza place. That's what the cop said to her.
Really?
So she goes, I fucking pay for bullshit. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck?
Right now she's pissed off because you're calling her out on her bullshit.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Now
she's
she's annoyed.
So now I got to look over my shoulder where I go now with this fucking
I was going to
psycho.
say.
Could have followed me home. I wouldn't know.
She might live under the garden, so you know, you
I'm
might
sure
see her
she
again.
does. But, the Rangers. So the Rangers played tonight, lost to the Canadians, who only have like 12 wins for the year, I think. And
It is very surprising.
But eventually teams do, can beat you. That's the way it goes. They just kind of were a little lackluster. They were a little lackluster. And Montreal got nothing to lose, so they play with very open and just fly around the ice.
Goalie played well.
Yes.
Goalie played really well because we did have some. We had a lot of chances that I saw, but just couldn't get anything in.
So in the meantime, the Giant game was on during the Ranger game.
Big Giant win
in the hallway.
Huge win.
And that was nice. That was nice to see that they won.
Last time the Giants went to the divisional round was 2011. For a little Giant trivia for you from the Cowboy fan, and it was also the year they won the Super Bowl. Last time they won the Super Bowl, so
They won in 11?
they won in 11. They won in 7, and they won in 11. Both times against the Patriots, obviously, everybody knows. But yes, sir. Fran Gatto checking in.
Wow,
What's
hi,
up,
Fran. You know, I just realized I saw somebody. I'm at UBS tomorrow, UBS Arena for the Islander game.
Yes. The
And
place,
I go in the other night, and the guy comes up to me and goes, "You want to get in the Super Bowl box?" And I'm thinking, "Yeah, all right, sure, why not? Yeah, I'll get in the Super Bowl box." So now I just got there, and we're doing roll call, and I just committed myself to a Super Bowl box, and I was like kind of reaching in my pocket, and I says, "How much is it?" He goes, 100.
100?
It's like 100. I'm working for free tonight.
Right.
What the fuck am I doing? I thought he was going to say 20, even 10, I thought maybe. 20, even 50. $100 box.
Well, yeah, usually you would say that when you ask if you want a Super Bowl box. Hey, do you want a $100 Super Bowl box?
Yeah, not like, hey, you want a box? I'm thinking, so many people run these pools and they do $2 boxes, $5 boxes, $10 boxes. It's like, yeah, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. Whatever it is.
$100 box.
$100 box.
Without even telling you.
I'm on the, and you know damn well I'm not winning.
Right out of the gate.
I'm not winning. I don't win a Super Bowl box. I never win Super Bowl boxes. I don't think I've ever won a Super Bowl box.
I've won before, but it's very rare. Very rare. I got a friend of mine wins every year. I don't know
At the
how.
bar.
Every freaking year he
Yeah,
wins.
there's some people who just constantly win.
I don't understand. I tell him
Johnny
that. I go,
DeBenedictis.
You pick boxes, I pick boxes, and he's not running he doesn't run the pool, he just joins like I do. We just happen to join the same box there, through the league and, whatever.
John DeBenedictis used to come into the bar. The whole
wins, I don't.
DeBenedictis family. They have the very elite landscaping business, the Benedictis Landscaping. And all the brothers used to come in and they would buy the corners. Box number 1.
Okay.
Box number 10. Box number 90. Box number 100 or whatever. Or 90,
So the 4 corners.
Or 91, I should say. Right? And I'd go, and they'd always win.
Really?
Always win. He goes, yeah, corners always win. I'm like, all right. So I went to a couple pools and bought the corners. Not even close. Not even fucking close.
No win.
Not a whiff. Nothing. I wasn't even in the money at any point of the game. It wasn't like, oh, this. If they could just hold him now, I got this.
Yeah.
No,
right.
it wasn't even in the money
Not even
ever.
close.
He buys the corners always win.
All
That's
right.
because they're just
Well,
they're just those type of people that just everything goes right for them, which is nice.
True.
But it leaves me, feeling
Leaves you
kind
out.
of.
You weren't here for this, but I'm going to show you this. So,
Pogs?
well, Bobby Lacerra came in before, and he actually came in wearing a hat, wearing an Islander hat, which was odd because I don't think I've ever seen Bobby, number 1, wear a hat. And 2, I didn't even know he was an Islander fan all this time.
Is he really an Islander fan?
He's really an Islander fan. Apparently,
I'm an Islander fan.
He used to watch hockey a lot. Last couple of years, he's kind of, been a little off the sports game and, focusing on business and whatever, as he should be. But, so I was like surprised because Graz was wearing his Giant hat. I was wearing my brand new, by the way. One of my college buddies, we did a little Secret Santa
The
today.
original
Finally
6
got
hat?
together. Nice original 6 hat I got today. This hat feels like I've owned it now for years. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I got it. I put it on. The brim was already, nicely.
That's a perfect brim, by the way.
Yeah, the brim was already like this. The hat is like shaped to my head. I'm like,
Kids today would straighten that fucking brim right out.
yeah.
flatten it up so you could put like a soda on it.
My son that did that to me when he was like 10 or 11,
Oh,
and
fuck that.
I
I
was
hate that
like,
shit.
I go, Zach, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, we don't wear hats like that.
We bend our brim.
Right. You bend your brim.
And
you
you
wear
take
it
the
like a
stickers the
baseball
fuck
hat.
off.
Right. And you don't just leave a flat brim hat like that.
The whole thing with the stickers on the fucking hat, 7 3/8. 49.
It's like a thing. So anyway, so Bobby says, who's the Yankee fan here? I says, Yankee fan here. I said, me, of course. Everybody else is a Met fan. So he had a gift for me, and he gives me this hologram Yankee sticker.
Oh, something you can't see unless the light is just right.
You can see it.
It's like those
What
3D
are you talking
cards.
about?
It's like those 3D cards you used to get in the cereal box.
Look,
and you
the
stand
hat
there going like
moves.
this when you're eating.
And you got the baseball in the background. The hat moves.
It's like a 3D thing.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Take that
Yeah.
home, throw that on something.
Put it on your hat. It looks just like the stickers that go on the fucking hats.
Yeah, but it's original six hat. I can't put a Yankee sticker on an original six hat. I have
Oh,
to put
why
it on my
not?
Yankee hat.
Put it on your computer. I would put it on my.
That's true. It could be a computer. I was thinking my desk at home. I have like some spots where I have a Ranger thing. I
You
have a
stick it
this
on
and
your
that.
fucking desk. You put it on the desk, right on the wood.
No, it's on like my printer up in the air, kind of my monitor, like little spots.
On the monitor.
Yeah.
I got stickers all over my laptop,
Yeah, I
reminding
like
me of
clean laptop.
passwords that still don't work. I'll write down Hawks Hawks website. I'll go, all right. The password is this. I put it in, doesn't work. I'm like, what the fuck did I write this here for? And I'm sick of people telling me I got to change my password because it expired.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I can remember what I got. Don't tell me to remember a new one, and now I can't get in there. And then I got to go through 45 minutes of going back to my email so they can send me a new temporary password. Then I could put that in, and then I got to create my own password. And they tell me the one I created is one I already had.
Yeah, you can't have that again.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's the one I like.
It's a security thing.
Fuck that. What are they doing? They're going into They're going to go into my Hawks baseball website and put down things we're not really doing. I mean, what are they going to do to me?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Practice
could they-
tomorrow. No, it's not.
Practice was canceled. It's going to go mess with the guy every day. Screw with his
Look for
website.
your refunds.
Oh, that's good. Well, we got some in-person new player registration coming up this week at Farmingdale Baseball. I'm sure you're getting ready for your season as well.
Well, I just
Tuesday
did a
and Thursday
registration.
night, folks, at Allen Park. Come on down. New players for Farmingdale Baseball.
I just did a registration over at Fireman's Field,
Yeah.
and I had it planned to do it, and this guy Tony Diaz was doing it with me, and Ricardo Fortuna.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Ricardo Fortuna. But anyway, we're doing it together, and I go down to Fireman's Field and they're painting the fucking place, painting the room, and they've been doing it for like 2 weeks already.
What, the room,
whole place
that
is in
inside room where you
Yeah.
used to do the podcast?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's in total disarray. Everything's all over the fucking place.
Right.
I'm walking through there. I'm like, where
Stinks
am I
like
going to go?
paint.
Yeah, and it still I still smell the paint. I was there yesterday, and
Sure.
and it just reeks of paint. So I'm sitting there. So I go in the office, and I sit down, and people are coming in, and the guy's got this scaffolding thing that rolls around. It's like a X kind of scissor.
Oh, like a
scissor.
baker scaffold, yeah.
Is that what they call it?
That's what they call them.
So
Construction term.
every time he moved,
Oh, that's like a motorized. Oh no, that's a
I'm
scissor
like,
lift.
I can't even talk in here. That's exactly, a scissor lift.
Scissor lift.
I'm sitting there, I'm going, I can't even fucking hear myself thinking here. And I'm going, could you stop moving? He goes, I'm painting. I go, I know, but Jesus. Ladder?
He's painting at night.
No, it was early. It was 11 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh,
Or Saturday.
how'd you do for registration?
Did pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not looking to get a ton of kids, but if you're out there and you're looking to play some ball, you sign up for Hawks baseball, okay? Send us a check. We're doing indoor workouts over at Oil City. I saw Reed Gurecki there yesterday. I put my deposit down.
I heard that's a nice facility.
It's a
over
good
there.
facility, very good facility. Oil City in Oceanside. If everybody has a chance to go there, do go there. And
I was actually
Reed and Ryan Gurecki.
I was up in Connecticut over the weekend, Thursday night, Friday, Saturday at Mohegan Sun. at the World Coaches Baseball Convention, which I didn't even realize
I should have been
existed.
invited.
You,
I'm looking
you know,
for my invitation now.
As I tell you this, I should have told you about it because
it would have been good.
You would really like this, and you would want your other coaches to go up there, or other coaches in your league to go up there and listen to these guys. I mean, it costs a few bucks because you're staying in Mohegan Sun and whatever. But the convention itself is about $150 to get in.
I did a thing like that, something similar.
But these
with
are all like
Ripken.
top. Yeah, I mean, it's more geared for like high school coaches and college level. There's like the head coach for Florida State and Stetson and all these guys are there talking.
So
about,
what did they tell you that you could use?
Well, I'm out of the coaching game. I don't really coach, but I kind of run the league, and some of my other coaches went and told me about
We're well
it
aware
last
of the
year.
fact that you now run the league.
I do.
By the way,
right? That's gone to my head now.
I've noticed.
But I wanted to throw
hence,
that in.
Hence the big hat.
Right. I wanted to throw that in there to see if you would catch that.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you, there was a demonstration by a high school guy. Was like back-to-back state champs, whatever, somewhere in New York or Pennsylvania. I'm not sure what school it was, but he was doing a first and third kind of defensive drill and how to, decide whether or not what's more important, the guy scoring from third or getting the out. And it was a very
I have
simple.
my own philosophy on that. It depends on the outs and the situation.
Well,
I mean,
exactly, and that was the two
If
situations.
there's two outs, I'm going for that run. I'm going for that run of stealing second.
But does it matter what the score
But
is?
if the score is tied, I'm not. If I'm losing or by one, no.
No.
If I'm
Right.
winning by one, I might not either. But if I'm winning by two or more, or if I'm losing by two or more, or I have two outs, throwing the fucking ball down and we're getting the guy out of second base.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that was the concept. It was like fire and ice. It was like fire was get the out, ice was hold the guy, freeze him at third. Like those were the two, and he went through all the maturations of that and this and that. But the most interesting part of that I found that I would tell guys is, so when you're going to throw, let's say, typically on like a delayed steal or something like that, you might end up throwing like a pickoff to the first baseman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it kind of throws behind the guy, and now he takes off, and the guy from third is going to take off, and they're trying to create chaos for you, obviously, right? In those situations. You've all been there if you've coached it all. So his thing was, don't ever, under any circumstance, throw the ball to the first baseman in that scenario. Okay?
You're going to get nothing.
Right. They throw the ball to the second baseman. Second baseman can see the whole infield, can
That's
see
what
the
I
guy
like.
at
I have
third.
never done the first base thing. Never even heard of it.
I had never even heard of throwing it to the second baseman.
What I've done is
until I actually got there.
What I've done is, on a rare occasion, is you fake the throw to second and throw to third, trying to get the guy wandering off. But you got to really pull that one off, and you got to really get somebody who's got ants in their pants down at third base and just jumps off the base.
Right. And you need a good catcher.
And a very good catcher with a good arm who's not throwing into left field, and now we got 2 runs home.
Exactly.
But the point is, I don't like to be made a fool of, and I don't like to be giving away anything for free. So when I'm coaching, 9 times out of 10, the throw is going through. 9 times out of 10, the throw is going through. It's got to really be, that run at third has to be really important, or there's nobody out maybe. And we don't want to give up many runs right now.
Yeah, you're not going to do it on a tie game or a one-run or even two-run game maybe. I don't know.
But with 2 out, damn, I'm throwing through.
How many run lead would you change that decision? So let's say if you're tied, you're going for the guy at third, right? Or you're going to hold the guy at third.
I don't want him scoring, yes.
Right, you don't want him scoring at all. And that was the philosophy. This guy can't score under any circumstance in that situation.
See, the whole thing with the shortstop cutting the ball off in the middle of the infield, that doesn't fool anybody. Doesn't fool anybody who's been experienced in baseball
You
for any
see it
period of
1,000
time.
times.
You're like, oh, wow, ooh. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, to me, it's you can pump fake and throw somewhere. Pump fake and throw somewhere. Just do not let that man steal second base. Do not let him freely steal second base and just flip the ball back to the pitcher like it didn't even happen. Bullshit. Right. You're embarrassing my team. Now you're embarrassing us, and they're embarrassing us. We're throwing the ball down, and that's it. Or we're throwing the ball to third. Fake the second, throw to third. But I don't ever do nothing.
Right. Yeah, so that one, that was unfortunately the only one I caught because Friday I was working a lot of the day, even though I was up there. But I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good, informative. Then there's a bunch of vendors, bunch of other stuff. I was actually up there for that. Maybe stuff we need for the league.
Vendors like, hey, hot dog. Hey, hot dog. Hey, the beer man here.
No beer man.
No beer man?
No. Actually, the last night they had a little social at like 5:30, and you give your ticket and you get like a free beer. So we all go down there because apparently it was like the
You
20th
do know
anniversary.
you've paid for that beer already.
Well, absolutely. That's what I said. So we go down there, and I go to get my free beer, and they set up a whole bar, and they got some little bit of pick food there, some popcorn, other stuff for the guys, all free, but yeah, all free. You paid for it. So I walk up to the bar, and I go, hey, I got my ticket. I get my beer. She goes, sure. She goes, it's a Bud Light. So I'm like, I think we're getting a phone call.
Is that the Clydesdales coming in? What is that?
That's a phone call. Limo talk. It's probably Anthony.
How come I wasn't invited to fucking Mohegan Sun?
Okay, so
Oh,
you left
my
here and
God.
said, I'm not fucking calling.
I know. You said you weren't calling. You said you weren't listening.
You were gone 10 minutes.
I've got 15 minutes, and how come I wasn't
Bob,
invited
you
to
know what this
Mohegan
means?
Sun?
Because you're not a coach.
But I'm a very good guy, Dunker Tank guy.
You are a good Dunkin' Tank guy. Yes, the Graza Dunk was very successful, and looking forward to more success this year at Baseball Day, June 17th, Allen Park, Saturday. Come on down. 6 months away.
$1,000 guaranteed.
Mark that on your calendar.
Mark that
folks.
on your calendar. Dunk Graz. You get the opportunity this June. Yes, no, you weren't. I apologize, Anthony. You were not invited once again by me to an event.
Anthony, here is your belated invitation. You would have been invited. You really would have. Had he remembered to invite you. Remember that.
You should have went to that.
Me? I'm already past the point of being insulted about it. I'm already. I already mentioned this. You weren't listening.
It was very.
I
it was
already
very
said
good.
I would have liked to have gone to that.
I would recommend it for.
Oh, he'd recommend it, but he won't invite you.
I would certainly.
He'll tell you about it when
recommend
it's
go.
over.
Yeah.
What coaches went, Rich?
Certain coach, Green Dog coaches from Farmingdale Baseball.
Could you name a couple? I'd like to know.
Why? Why do you have to know? So you can yell at me some more?
No, I just want to hear who went with you. I want to see if they're capable coaches.
Capable coaches. Well, one of them coaches your son. He's more than capable. Okay, and always
Who's that,
tries to
Lajerfo?
better himself. Yeah, Michael Lajerfo.
Oh God, that guy's just running roughshod over a whole fucking Farmingdale. That guy's he's going to the plateau. He's the next president. You better watch out.
He's
Well, listen,
campaigning, campaigning for Rich. But Rich is standing there with a whole bunch of troops guarding him on his throne.
Listen, it's a lot of work. You can have it. Okay, it's certainly.
Who
Yeah.
else?
I did it for so. I've done this so
Who
long.
else? Mr. Horowitz went, our illustrious travel director. He went. He was
Oh
going.
my God,
He went more for
Wait
the
a minute, wait a
drinking and
minute.
gambling part since he doesn't coach anymore.
I figured that. So wait a minute. So you invited Horowitz, who's not even a coach. I know he runs the travel team, so he gets to hang out. Why wouldn't you invite me and Bobby to that?
Well, I didn't. It was honestly.
But-
Mr. Lajerfo went last year. He told us about it, and we went. I didn't
Lajerfo?
think- Lajerfo.
Lajerfo.
Remember, there's a guy playing. Who's he playing with? Jerko. His name is Jerko for Houston. Was it Houston?
No, San Diego.
Jerko. I'm like, how
Jerko?
the fuck do you pronounce your
Yeah.
name like that? I
Well,
don't know.
Anyway, so it wasn't purposely done not to invite you. It's
I'm
next
still
January.
having trouble with the guy on the Rangers
So-
having a name like Kako.
Yeah, mark your calendar. Next January, Martin Luther King weekend. That's when it'll be. You're more than
Oh,
free to
well,
go. It's not an
Horowitz-
exclusive thing. Mr. Lajerfo,
Jot it down in your calendar for next year, Graz.
Sweeney?
Me and you, we're going.
Sweeney
No,
came
bro.
with us.
Sweeney Murdy.
Sweeney Alvarez came with us, and Nemeth, guys from the non-YouTube.
Joe Nemeth.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Namath and Sweeney Murdy.
Yep.
Yep. So you go. What did we get?
Sweeney lost his shirt in poker.
Nothing.
What do we get? We get nothing. We get nothing. We get told we should have. Yeah, we would have invited you if we thought of you.
Yeah, if I thought of you, I might have.
If I thought of you, I would have invited you. Oh, that makes me feel
You know
so
what?
much better.
Really?
Maybe
All right.
next
I'll
January.
leave you guys alone. I'm sorry.
No, keep
it's all
going.
right. You just
Whatever
completely-
complaints you thought of
Yeah.
while you were driving the last 3 miles, tell us what it is. Tell me.
You totally interrupted the show now, so you might as well, say something important.
You were talking about baseball. You were talking about Hawks registration and startup date and Farmingdale startup date and what you did in Mohegan Sun. Oh, boy, that's exhilarating.
No, we spent more time, 10 minutes, so talking about first and third situations. Did you get any of that?
Yeah, you'd always throw down to second base with 2 outs. You get the runner.
Is that what I said, or is that what you think?
I think you're right, Bobby. You said that.
Right. I don't care.
you're right.
I'm at a point. I'm at a point right now.
It's 2 outs.
This is grown-up baseball.
You should be
Okay.
able to throw the guy
I'm not
out.
playing with 8-year-olds. I'm not playing with 10-year-olds. You throw down to say if you're playing high school level baseball, at least you throw the fucking ball down, and if the run scores and you don't throw the guy out, okay. And if you do get the guy out, great. And the run scores or whatever. But if you get the guy out with 2 out, the inning's over. I'm going to let you fucking make a fool out of me? I'm not doing it. We're going to show you that we know how to play the game, and we're going to throw the fucking ball down. And that's the name of that, too.
By the way, I got a phone call from Matt Arvalo. He's stuck in his bathroom. He can't get out.
Tell him to
She screwed the door shut.
Yeah, she got the screw gun out.
She got the screw gun out like Bobby.
She said he's not allowed out to do comedy for 3 days now.
Okay. Well, it's only Monday. What the fuck is he going? Where's he going anyway? Tomorrow's, by the way, is MLK Day.
Yes, sir.
Martin Luther King Day. So, which is
Wow.
a day that I'm just grateful. I don't, whatever. I'm just grateful I'm off. So I'm off.
It's an off day. You're off,
Grateful
right?
for him, and I'm
Right.
grateful that I'm off. I'm off tomorrow.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Martin Luther King is a great American. He is.
Absolutely.
He did wonderful things. And his way about doing things was the right way. His peaceful protest way was the right way. And that's the way people should operate. That's the way people should take care of stuff, not smashing shit and blowing shit up and stealing.
Where's the presidential music, Rich?
Well, he should. No, Bobby's right. Bobby's absolutely right. Well, people
there's a certain decorum.
did that,
you know.
peacefully, maybe we wouldn't have some of the problems we have.
It's a big problem when people go out of their minds. It really is.
It is.
But, no.
Bobby, my last question.
Last
How are you
question.
finding? Is Penn Station still a shithole? Was it getting a little bit
It's
better?
getting better, but I got to tell you, I have to pick my lanes now when I go down the stairs because I always have to. There's 2 of the 3 lanes always has someone sleeping on it.
Yeah, I gotta fucking step over somebody.
Yeah, the other day Nick went to. He suddenly went to the Billy Joel concert. Like he was. I went with him to. What do you call? Old Westbury, to meet with the coach over there because he wants to go there, right? So I go meet with the coach and everything. We talked to him. Not a word was mentioned about Billy Joel concert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the car with him. I was with him all day. I come home and I kind of conked out for a little while. And the next thing I get is a text from him saying, "Wow, the Garden is crazy tonight." And I'm like, "Garden is crazy? What the fuck is he talking about?" So I go, "Where? What? What are you talking about?" He goes, "Oh, last minute decision." And he shows me a picture of the stage at the Garden, Billy Joel playing.
Wow.
And I'm like, "Are you in section 118? He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I could tell." All right. How'd that happen? Oh, a friend of mine gets tickets, and he asked me if I want to go.
Nice.
And he went last minute, so he went. I'm sitting there going, "Shit. No one fucking asked me to go anywhere. I can't even go to Mohegan Sun to the coach's clinic." And this kid and this kid is getting pulled over. They don't even hit him for the money for it. The guy's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Goes to Billy Joel. So here I am at the Ranger game tonight, and tomorrow night I'm going over to UBS, and I'm just kind of envious of my son right now.
There you go. Well,
That's a
and
life,
me,
dude.
Yeah.
Aren't you envious of me for going to the coach convention?
I am so envious of you as the president of Farmingdale Baseball. I mean, I can't think of a better way to make my head bigger and bigger than to be the president of a baseball league.
Well, aren't you
wait a
president
minute,
of Valley?
I am
I
the
was going to say,
president.
aren't you the
Oh,
president?
but you know what? You'll never know.
Oh, I know.
And a security detail, too. He's got his own security detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
He works at the Garden. He works at City Field. We work at UBS Arena.
I-
Right, we don't know that either, right? We don't know any of that.
Of course I'm gonna
all these
tell you
sporting
them.
events you go to and all these jobs you have. We don't
he's
know
getting
that
very
either.
defensive. Ooh.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out reality.
Listen to this.
You know,
though.
it's good for the.
All
good
I'm
for the
saying
gander.
is there's been a new attitude that you've exuded. Is that a word? Look it up.
Exuded
without
it.
a doubt.
Yes.
There's an air.
His balls.
He's got this El Presidente thing going on over here. Remember, it's children's baseball. All right, you're in charge of. I never
That is
once.
true.
I never once went around and I was president of Valley Stream Baseball League for 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been the Hawks for 20.
Right.
And I all
You
over.
never once told someone.
if they asked,
Well, yeah, I don't go around just saying it to people.
oh, you do, on the air.
You're strutting around like a fucking peacock.
You would
You got your
think
fucking
you would
head up
think
here, you got
you
your
would
head
think
up
he's
here.
like the
Big
CEO
ball
of fucking Snapple or something. He's like I'm president of Farmingdale Baseball right now. And then you know what got me was when I was talking last week, kidding around. Of course, I was like, I want to. What was I saying? I wanted to be on the board or something like that. I was kidding around.
Mm-hmm.
No. No. You're not a Daler. I'm not a Daler.
Well, you'd have to. There's a process to go through.
There's a process. There's a Daler process. There's a whole
process.
application process and a screening. You
No,
got
no
stool
screening, no
samples,
application.
stool samples, and you got to swab your cheek.
We have a background check.
Yeah, background check.
We do a background check.
Yeah, I do a background check. You know what? I got to tell you, I don't know what you got as a board or whatever the hell you got, but here's the way I operate, and this might tell you a little bit about myself. I don't have anybody giving me their opinion. I do everything my way on my own. All right? The Valley Stream Baseball League used to have a board of directors. When I took over in 2009, there was no more board of directors. There was me.
Disbanded?
What?
It was me.
There was me.
Disbanded?
Because I said to myself,
you're
I'm
like
taking this shit on.
It's like Hitler.
Oh yeah, I am. I am. Except that I like people. So the bottom line is, I took it over as a fucking dictator. Yes, I did. I did.
See that?
I did. I did everything the way I wanted to, the way I liked it. And when I decided that I wasn't going to do it anymore, I didn't give it to someone else. I closed the league down.
Wow. So you took your ball and went home.
Yeah, I said.
You
That's
said
it.
if I'm not going to
I
run
said
it,
no one's going to
nobody
do a
else
job
is-
like I did. Fuck them.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, though, I did offer it to some people.
Wow.
And they were like this. It's a lot of time. I go, yeah, I know it's
Yeah,
a lot of time.
no
I spend
kidding.
all day on it.
Yeah.
I used to make every roster for every team, put the kids on the team, do the registrations. I did every fucking thing. I got the insurance. I went to
But why
Beaver
wouldn't you
Bats and
take-
got bats. I got equipment, uniforms. I did it all. I did fucking everything.
Don't you think that's it? But don't you think that's a little bit of a downfall that you didn't have people around you
Right.
helping you out a little bit?
Yeah, you need people to
You would
help.
think. And the thing is, this is the way I am. Sorry, folks. Every time I asked someone to do something, they fucked it up. They fucked it up, and I had to do it over.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I could see how this went.
I couldn't stand it. I used to be like, you know what? I'm too much. I got my hands in everything. I just, let me give this to this guy. Let me let this guy handle it. And then he's calling me up. He goes, so I called up this one, and he says that I should do, what should I do? I'm like, make a decision. That's what you do. Make a fucking decision. Do what you got to do. Then you make the decision. I go, why the fuck did you do that? I'd be like, that was the worst fucking decision. Are you kidding me? And then I'd redo it. I'd end up redoing it, so it's double the work.
Right.
I was up all night. I used to be up to 2 o'clock in the morning doing this fucking league. I used to take registrations. I would do the registration. I would drive to people's fucking houses and get their registration. I would sit at Fireman's Field for 4 hours from 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday and Sunday for a month. Every weekend for a month. And taking the registrations.
But
That's
that's
crazy.
a killer, dude. Why
Yeah.
would you? I know you did it for the kids.
And
but
my
that
league
kid-
was fucking awesome.
Was.
But you know why it wasn't awesome anymore?
Why?
Because you had
Because
nobody else around you.
what?
Because you had nobody else around you to help you.
No, that's not why. I picked all the coaches. I did coaches clinics. I did indoor clinics for the kids. I fucking did everything. Right?
We do all that too, but we do it as a group.
I can't.
Can't do it as one person.
I did. So anyway, I would do the clinics.
I want to ask how that worked for you.
It went great.
Well, how could it have gone great?
I had
It's
people.
over.
I had people telling me
It couldn't have gone great. It's over. It
No,
doesn't
it's not.
exist.
Here's why it doesn't.
How
exist.
could it have gone great if it
All
doesn't
right,
exist
listen,
anymore?
Get up, there's little stirrups there. Get the fuck off the horse. All right. Get down on the ground.
I'm
with
down on
rest
the
of
ground.
it.
I'm an assistant
All right?
director. How's
Give
that?
the horse a carrot. Hold on a second. Let's
Okay,
talk.
go ahead.
What happened was Valley Stream changed rapidly, very, very rapidly. So I had all my teams coming back year after year. Like I'd have a division age out, 12-year-olds age out. So they go. So now the 10-year-olds are playing in the 11 and 12 division, right?
Mm-hmm.
They aged out. The new kids coming to play T-ball. After I was there like almost 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The new kids coming to play T-ball were clueless as to what baseball even was. The parents and everybody, right?
Okay.
So now I have teams. Now I had teams, let's say at the 10-year-old level, that were together for 5 years since T-ball, right?
Right.
Then I'd get new kids sign up, and I'd have to form a team.
good?
Okay.
They have to form a team, and I'd get a parent call me, and I'm sorry. I imitate people exactly the way they speak to me. But I'd get this. Hello, I'd like to set my son up for the baseball. I go, yeah. They go,
Oh boy.
yes, what, let me ask you, what does he need? What does he need? I go, he needs a fucking check for $195. No, he's
A
like,
check that
no,
won't bounce.
Yeah,
Pay out the cash. Pay
Yeah.
out the cash.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, no problem with the check. Well, does he need the cleats? Does he need the cleats and what do they call it, the mitt? I go, he doesn't have a mitt? No, he never played before.
They don't play before.
Never played before. I go, he's 10 years old. He's going to play against kids that played for 5 years now. I tell you what, go join Little League. That's what he's telling him. Go join Little League. That's where they play. That's where those kind of people play. People who never played before, go play Little League. My league is very competitive. It's very similar to a travel league. I had teams coming from other towns to play. East Rockaway and stuff. I had all different teams coming over to me. We had a very, very strong...
So you ran more of a travel program than an in-house league.
A quasi, if you will.
Quasi?
Travel league, where I would take in other teams. Reed Gorecki from Oil City even put his team in there one year, and he almost won the championship, but guess who won it? Anyhow.
Hitler won the championship
Hitler won
that
the
year,
cha-
folks.
Don't call me Hitler. That's the worst thing you fucking about. Call me Mussolini. Anyway.
Sorry, Mussolini. on
So
the mount.
anyway, so the bottom line is, as these kids started going up and aging out, the new kids coming up, and let's say I had 3 teams. Let's say I had 3 teams at 12U level that was solid. 3 solid teams. Every year you'd rely on new
But
sign-ups.
they're not all Valley Stream kids. These are from...
Most of them were. Those teams.
Right,
that
most
came-
are, but other kids come
Right.
from...
So
okay.
now I had ULIT. I had a lot of kids from ULIT. I had a lot of kids from... but then I also had a lot of kids from Elmont. But what started happening was, the older they were and the more inexperienced they were, the more they were overwhelmed. So I got to the point where in my last year, I was able to pick every division winner and almost just make up their trophy now. It was
Right, you
like-
knew who was going to win.
I knew it was going to win because they were together and they had good coach, right? The new teams, the new kids who didn't know how to catch or throw. I'm running clinics for 10 and 11-year-olds, telling kids that hold the ball across the seams like this, all right? Now we bring our arm down and we bring our arm up and we throw and you release the ball. I'm
Some
like,
kids need that.
He's 11. Never played before. He's going to play with kids that are like fucking all-stars. Going to get his ass kicked. So I was like, so what I did was I took the teams that were good, made them travel teams, disbanded the league. I said, that's it. So I said, and this is what happened too, is now this has been a couple of years now. My son was at the age where he was going to get ready. He was playing high school ball, and he was going to, and I'm sitting there going, I'm spending all my fucking time trying to tell, kids that have never played the game before. Let me ask you a question. He's right-handed. Does the mitt go on the right hand or the left?
Yeah, we get those questions.
I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah,
He's
they're
right-handed.
serious.
Which hand does he throw the ball with? He throws it with his right hand. I go, all right, so what do you think he has to have a hand free? Which hand do you think should be free for him to throw the ball? I suppose the right hand, correct? Yes, correct. And what hand do you think we would catch the ball with the mitt? He likes to catch with his right hand, too. I go, so we got two-arm Jim Abbott. You know?
That's what you got.
So basically, and they couldn't play. They just couldn't play. It was a disaster. So I said, that's enough. Little League is what they're for, what they needed. And it wasn't just them. I mean, come on. It was every background. These kids, they just, you know, with the thumbs and they're doing the thing. You get a few kids really dedicated to playing baseball. And if you really look up the whole scenario, you'll see that Central High School went from a top-notch baseball program to now what they call an instructional. They're in they don't even go for playoffs.
They're not even.
They
in the
just
playoffs
play
anymore.
like I don't even know what they call it. It's almost like playing for the fuck of it baseball.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
Like intramural varsity
It's
baseball.
really, it's what it is. South High School is doing it too now.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck happened?
Well, I'm going to tell you from my view, after listening to your story, what I think is attributes to part of
Tell
it.
me, Mr. Rich.
I'm going to tell you. So you disbanding.
And Frederick, you should put some American music in the background for your speech. You know
There's
what I mean?
there's no breeding ground for these kids. So when you get to high school, you have nothing. There's no program in your town now to bring these kids up to play, right? So how could there's no feeder system for the program in the school district?
But I couldn't consistently put it on myself.
No, I'm not putting it on you. I'm just saying that's
to
why
do that
you,
for them. They used
that's
to.
why
See,
it's
I
like
worked.
this.
I worked at the baseball camp with Tony Lombardo and Al Marazzo's baseball camp, the Valbrook camp. I love doing that, and there's a lot of good kids playing there. But even he, split from Valley Stream. He started as Valbrook, Valley Stream, Limbrook, right? It is now. It went from 2 weeks Valley Stream. Actually, it went from originally 3 weeks Valley Stream, 1 week Limbrook.
Right.
Over the course of time, it went 2 weeks Valley Stream, 1 week, 2 weeks Limbrook. Then it went 1 week Valley Stream, 3 weeks Limbrook, and now it's 3 weeks Merrick.
3 weeks
1
Merrick.
week Lynbrook, no Valley Stream. And the reason? No one was joining anymore. No one was joining. And only one that was feeding him players was me. And I used to talk kids into signing up. I used to put it part of my registration that the kids would pay their league registration at $195 or whatever it was. And then they would pay an extra $200 to go to the camp, which was a discount from his $250 or whatever it was at the time.
Right.
So they would get a good deal. And I would give him, he would get players from me that way. But then when I stopped the league, I stopped doing that, obviously, and now he's out of Valley Stream. There is nothing, there is very little baseball left in Valley Stream. So I'm able
That's
to
a
put
shame.
together my 3 or 4 travel teams.
Right.
And instructional, very instructional, by the way.
Well, I mean, and honestly, that's why a lot of us guys keep it going because, you know,
You're in a
it's-
good town.
Well, I'm in a good town. I am in a good town. I have to say that absolutely. I'm in a town where
This team we're very loaded with talent, Richie. It seems like we get a lot of talent, too.
Well,
You're
you know,
going
we
to-
get a
you're
lot
in-
of people. You get a lot of people that want to keep their kids in youth sports in our town. Farmingdale is a very driven town that way. Okay, kids play all. It's not just baseball. Kids play flag football. They play soccer. Soccer in our town is
Well,
ridiculous.
that's what's happened, too.
They play every
Soccer.
night of the week at Allen Park. I don't care if it's January 10th. I don't care if it's February 7th. I don't care what day of the year it is. They are playing. Maybe Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, they're not playing up there. But I'm telling you, I drive by that park every day. There's a soccer game going on every single day. They play lacrosse. I mean, Farmingdale really is a lacrosse and football town.
See, I have a
Okay,
turf
so-
field across the street from my house over at Memorial.
They
Junior
play
High.
everything in our town.
Soccer.
Deck hockey. It doesn't
Constantly
matter.
going.
Soccer, constant. It's constant.
Valley Stream is huge for soccer.
Soccer is amazing. It's every freaking day. I don't know how they do it. I guess because you're just running.
Guys, I'm at my destination. I got to go.
Okay, Graz. Nice talking to you.
All right?
Thank you,
Drive
caller.
safely.
Thank you, caller, for
Yes,
calling
thank you,
in.
caller. Come back next week. We're on at 9:15 every Sunday.
All right.
Limo Talk without Graz.
All right, bye, Joe. Goodbye.
Thanks
Bye,
for stopping by. You left
Bye.
your water here. You want it?
I
So
think he
anyway,
hung
no,
up.
that's the bottom line. Is that's why I undid it. Now I tried giving the league to some people, and this was their exact reaction. I can't do that. I don't have time for that.
Right.
And I couldn't get coaches anymore. So I could get kids. Let's say I get the kids that can play or couldn't play but can be taught to play.
Right.
Who's teaching them? Me? Every one of them? All 300, 400 kids?
Apparently.
I can't. So I was looking for coaches. No coaches. Absolutely no one
No
would
fathers of any of these
None.
kids would step up.
None. I would get like the same people back every year
Right.
that did their kids. When it came time to start forming the new, my divisions were called. I was called the Rivera division, the Jeter division, the Wright division, and the Bambino, which was the little kids.
That's cool.
And the Slugger division, right? Sandlot
Nice.
Slugger division.
Okay.
So my league was the
We
Sandlot.
do the rookie A.
I
double
did
A,
that
triple A.
too.
Yeah, we
I
do
did that for a little while too. A, double A, triple A.
Yeah.
But I did. I know I never had major, minor, all that stupid. But I would sit there. And
We have juniors and seniors
I would spend hours
and majors.
hours on the phone begging parents to take on a team. I'd be sitting there. I got 60 kids ready to do a division.
Yep.
Right, 60 kids. That's 5 teams I could do. Right.
Yeah.
5 teams. Even maybe if I was going to stack them up and just need 4 coaches, 4 teams, and there would be 15 on each team. Right. That was a little bit much, but okay. So I sit there and I call up. I go, "Your son registered for baseball?" "Yeah." "Let me ask you a question." And I had a thing on the form. Parent volunteer? No one would fill it out, right? I'd be like, what the fuck?
How are you gonna get anybody?
I call these people up and I go, "Can you do me a favor? I need somebody to coach this team. I don't know how to play baseball, or I don't know how to play baseball, whatever the fuck they sound like."
Right.
I'm not a baseball player. I was hoping you teach them. I go, "Me?" I go, "Yeah, but we need parents to volunteer to coach the team." I says, "There's going to be a schedule, and you're going to have to show up at the field with equipment and all that stuff, and that's all you really have to do. Make a lineup, put them in positions." I can't do it. Can't do it. So I'd be begging people. Then I actually started making co-managers. Like you'd have a manager that did the weekday games, and then a manager that did the weekends.
Okay.
Then you'd have then try
That's a
to
good
find
idea.
an assistant coach.
Right.
Then
At
try to
least
find an
something.
assistant coach. And then the guy would say, "I can't do it anymore mid-season. Can't do it. I gotta change my job."
Right.
I'd be like, I give up. Then all of a sudden you get somebody's mother is doing the team.
Yeah, listen, we don't get hundreds of guys throwing
Right, we used to
themselves
get
at
tons.
us. I mean, but we get we get enough that we can cover our coaches for our divisions. I mean, but it's tough. It's tough finding people to volunteer. I'll
Volunteers
say
are very
that
hard
much.
because everybody's
Because
they're all working.
Right, everybody's working. It's all volunteer work. I mean, and it's not just coaches too. It's you need directors like even an assistant director to run even divisions. You know what I mean? I mean, like we'll get 6 or 8 teams in AAA. I mean, you need somebody to kind of run that, and get enough coaches for that. I mean, we did 569 kids last year. So
I used to have about
you
400.
you need a lot of people to volunteer, and a lot of people don't want to because they're just like you said. "Oh, I thought you were going to do that." "Oh, well, isn't that what I'm paying for?" "Well, no, we're all volunteers here. You know what I mean? Nobody's getting paid here. We're all here doing it so these kids have an experience, so they get to do
That's
something
what it comes
instead
down
of just
to.
sitting
So
on the
parents
couch.
out there, if you're listening and you have a kid that wants to play some sport, volunteer to coach.
Please.
Volunteer to coach. Do it. Look at some videos on YouTube about how to do a couple of things. You don't have to be an expert at it.
We're not building rockets, people.
Yeah, you especially like a 7, 8-year-old team,
Right.
or whatever. All you got to do is teach some fundamental stuff, basic stuff, throwing, catching, where the bases are. I mean, all little stuff like that. And
It's not- it's not hard.
And the kids can go out and play. And believe it or not, they start learning, even though you might not be learning at the same time as them.
And you know what? And your kid is going to appreciate you doing that. Okay, so there you get something out of it. If you don't think you get anything out of it, or your kid doesn't get anything out of it, you know what? You get a lot out of it, and it doesn't take that much. It doesn't take that much effort. It's not all about baseball. I say that all the time to people. I go, we're here to teach more than baseball. You teach baseball is like life. You teach about failure.
Very important.
You teach about adversity. You teach about you know, you don't. Not everybody wins everything all the time. Not everybody gets a hit every time, and you got to learn to deal with that. Well, that's life. Life goes along with baseball, so you learn that too. Hey, guess what? Wow, I got something else out of this. How about that? Not too bad. Let me tell you, it's pretty damn rewarding. That's why I still do it.
If I'm going on my 29th year.
Yeah.
All right. So if after
I'm maybe on my what? I'm trying to think.
29, I started.
Zach's
in
18. I started when I was 5, and when he was 5, I started. So 13 years.
1995 was my first coaching year.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the kids get a lot out of it.
They do.
It means a lot to them that you're there for them, and it's you're not saying to yourself, "Oh, what am I doing this for?" You're doing it for something really good. You're doing it for your kids and other kids, that are going to look up to you.
Yep.
And it's not all about the game, as like Rich just said. It's more. It's like sometimes it's just life lessons. The coach my son just spoke to over at, I was very impressed with this guy, over at Old Westbury. Coach Stefan.
One of my son's friends that he played travel with goes there.
Well,
Troy Emanuel. Yeah, he's a plain edge kid, and I know his dad, and they like it over there. And I like that guy. He came down to a bunch of our games.
So he said to my son, he goes, "Look, son, you know, you come here, you're going to play." He goes, "I don't take 60 kids on my roster. I take 30, 32.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, and, you know, he goes, but the bottom line is, always, he told him, he goes, if you don't come here, even if you don't come here, always do things to the proper way and the proper channels. He says, you could tell me, but call me. He goes, don't just disappear. Don't just not get back to me. He goes, you call me up and say, Coach, thank you for the opportunity to talk. Thank you for talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for showing me around the school. I really appreciate it. However, I've decided to go to a different school. He goes, that's the way you do things. And I'm standing there going right there. I'm going, I like this guy.
Love that.
I love this guy.
Love that guy.
So
Yeah.
he goes, you do that. He goes, you can tell me. He goes, and you think I'm going to tell you, oh, F you? He goes, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to sit there and say, this is a good kid. And if he changes his mind, I'll still take him. All right, I'll take him next year.
Yeah.
He goes, because you did it the right way. Blow me off. Don't talk to me again. He goes, and next year when you call me, I'm not answering.
And that's a very good lesson to learn, folks.
And right away,
it really
I'm
is.
sitting there going, there's my son talking to this guy. He's been talking to him for half an hour, and he just got a very valuable lesson just from him. Because I tell him that too. You always got to do the right thing. Always got to follow up. Always thank people for what they offered you, even if you don't take it. Always communicate. Always say something in an appreciative way. And look at me, all the years I've been coaching, 29 years now this year. I really remember the kids or the parents who thanked me. I always remember them.
Right.
Like some parents come up to you and they go, hey, thank you for your time. Thank you for all you've done for my son. Thank you. You know? And then there's other ones who take their kids, look at you like this, like I owed it to them. And I never forget them either.
Yeah.
You know?
You're
and
right.
when it comes down to doing
There's
something
two
for
different types
somebody,
of parents that way.
and when it comes down to doing something for somebody, I'm going to do for that kid that father came over and that kid thanked me. Because some parents, you see them teaching their kids, they go thank the coach for the practice.
Absolutely.
They
See it all the
thank
time.
you, coach. Thank you, coach. And I sit there and I go, oh, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
What a great feeling that is.
Always tell them to thank the coaches.
You know, I do long, very long practices, you know. And I'll keep going until it gets dark out and stuff like that. And you see some of the parents sitting there like this.
Yeah, like, can we go home? All right, enough.
What are we
2 hours
doing?
now.
Dinner
you know,
is burning.
Right.
You know, but I always get like this, those certain parents who go, all right, we're going to go. All right, thank you, coach. Thank you. Tell them. They tell the kids. And the kid goes, thank you. And I'm saying they're teaching that kid something that's very valuable. You know, little respect, little appreciation. It goes a long, long way.
And people appreciate that.
You never know what somebody can do for you down the road based on something little you did, and that's what I try to tell kids. I go, you never know who's watching.
Right, you never know who's watching.
You never know who's watching you,
That's
and
number
you
one.
never know what little thing you did might eventually pay off some way that somebody remembered or saw. So there you go.
Yeah.
Little life lessons here on Limo Talk.
You got to get them. You never know who's watching, especially you high school kids that might be looking to play some ball in college or even any other sport. Doesn't matter. Okay, you never know who's watching. So if you're out there acting like a jerk and you're out there throwing equipment and you're out there kicking the soccer ball out of the field because you got annoyed that you didn't make a play, there's always somebody watching.
See, that
And
could
they
be the
remember
day.
those things.
That could be the day where some coach came over and said, "You know what? I'm looking for a new, let's
Yep.
say, center fielder or something like that."
That's right.
And somebody says, "Oh, you go over to this Farmingdale Green Dogs field game, and they got this kid I think is really good." And the guy shows up, and you don't know he's there. You have no idea he's there. He's sitting in the stands, and he sees this kid, and he gets up, and it's not so much that he got a hit. It's how he acts when he makes an out, you know? So the kid, all of a sudden, he throws the bat up against the fence. And the first thing that guy thinks to himself is, I don't want that kid.
Yep.
I don't want that kid.
You don't want that kid.
Even though he might have gone 3 for 4.
Doesn't matter.
You know? And he sits there and going, it's just...
Because there's other kids that go 3 for 4 that don't act like that.
Exactly.
And
There's
he's going
always
to take that
somebody
kid. There's always
and the
somebody
kid-
else.
Joe DiMaggio, I tell my kids all this. I always tell them this. Joe DiMaggio said this, and it was something that stuck with me my whole life. That was my father's favorite baseball player, was Joe DiMaggio. But Joe DiMaggio went after a fly ball one time at Yankee Stadium and went all out and made an amazing catch in a game the Yankees were winning like 9-1. And a reporter asked him out of the game. He says, after the game, he says, "Joe, you winning 9-1. Let that ball drop. You're exerting yourself. What are you doing? You're going to
drop."
He go, it's like he went all out. He just gunned it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you played on one up, but you winning 9-0. You winning 9-1. What the heck? He goes, oh no. Someone's in the stands today that never saw me play. He goes, someone's in those stands today that never saw me play, and you think I want them to remember me as the guy who let the ball drop when he could have gone all out and caught it? He goes, I am never playing that way. Never. He goes, he said, you never know who's watching. You never know who's there that first time. First impressions go forever. And he's like, I'm not cheating the fans who came to see me or us play out of my best effort.
Right.
And that's the way he played. And I always tell that story because that was Joe DiMaggio. And when Joe DiMaggio was hitting like 283 in his last season or whatever it was, he said, I'm not any good anymore. I'm quitting. I'm embarrassing myself. Now you hit 283, you're asking for a raise. You're asking for another 5-year contract.
That's true. You're right.
What did you think about Correa with the Mets?
I thought I had heard, and I don't know if this is true because I didn't really follow up on the story. Did the Mets go back and offer him a 6-year deal? Did you hear that? They did, right? So I thought to myself, I thought that's what was going to happen. The Mets were just going to say, we'll lessen the deal and we'll offer this to you and that to you and whatever. Why he turned that down? Because I think it was like 6 for 167 or something. It was like still 20-something million.
The money
that
was
25 or 26.
There was 157, I think it was.
Or maybe
guaranteed.
157. Okay.
It was 157 guaranteed. And if he played all the games, a certain number of games every year, the other years would have kicked in. And he would have ended up with that long contract.
And he didn't
with
take
and he was like, so bottom line is this, is the way I look at it.
Yep.
You want the Mets to bet on you being okay, but you're not willing to bet on you being okay because you're afraid that maybe something happens and you won't get that contract.
I thought
and you
the
won't
same
earn
thing.
that contract. So bottom line is, I think the Mets did the right thing.
So you're
I
better
think
off
Steve
without
Cohen
him.
is smarter than most people want to give him credit for right now because they're disappointed that Correa didn't come to the Mets. But I'm not disappointed Correa didn't get to the Mets.
I wouldn't
because
be.
also they kept Beatty and they kept Vientos and Alvarez and Mauricio at the trade deadline last year for a reason, because they said they wanted to build for the future.
Right.
You get Correa now. What's Beatty? Why didn't you trade Beatty in the middle of last year, or trade Vientos or Alvarez and try to win a championship last year? But they said no. We got young guys coming up that we're going to stick with. Well, stick with them. Give them a shot. Give Beatty a shot. Give him till June. And say, hey, listen, this guy's going to be our third baseman alternating with Escobar.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. No, I thought listen, if you would have told me that the Mets had this off season of signings, like you said before, I think earlier in the show, if you would have told me that and Correa never came up, you'd say, Mets had a great off season. I mean, Correa was almost like when that signing was announced, I was like, geez. I think everybody thought, wow, like really going over the top. But I looked at it like, you know what? He had the opportunity to get a player like that now, along with everything else that he's doing between the Verlander and the Japanese guy.
Yeah,
I can never remember.
Verlander.
Right. I can never remember his name. I'm like, why not? I mean, go all in with that. Senga, that's the guy's name. Why not? Go all in with that attack. That's what I was thinking at that time. But the fact that you don't have Correa and he didn't want to accept that tells you something to me. It tells me that, like you said, he doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't believe that injury is going to last. And if he doesn't believe it's going to last, then I'm not spending all this money to just have you come here and be a bunch of bullshit.
Right. Cohen put the money on the table. He says, "Listen, you're gonna reach certain goals to earn them, to let them kick in. Let that incentive laden, or if you want to call it that way, contract kick in. I'm not taking the total risk, and you're not taking the total risk. You're $157 million guaranteed. That's no chicken feed here.
Right.
And I'm going to guarantee that. You play a certain amount of games every year without getting hurt, not breaking that ankle, that reconstructed ankle, then you will get the rest of the money, and you will get.
You'll earn the money.
And he's like, Well, then if you didn't have confidence in yourself, why should I?
Yeah.
Why should I? And
should
he
I
goes
give
to
it to you?
Minnesota. Where are they going?
Nowhere fast.
Try
By the
beating
way,
the Yankees once a year.
You said the DiMaggio. Sorry, I had to look it up because your baseball stats are just ridiculous. What did you say DiMaggio batted in the last year of his career?
283.
263.
All right, I got.
But you had the 2 and the 3. 263. You're always spot on. Very bad. And that is, and I'm looking at obviously his batting average every year. Never went below 300. That was the first time it went below 300, except for 1946. And that was the first year he came back from his 3 years of military service, by the way. Okay, and he batted 290. All right, so he started in 36. 36 to 42 went 323, 346, 324, 381, 352, 357, and 305. Then into the military for 3 years.
And that's why he was voted in late 1969 as the greatest living ball player, because he was.
Look at that.
He really was.
He really was. Then he comes back for another 6 years after military. 290, 315, 320, 346 in 49. 301 and then 263
a great outfielder. My father. Oh, hey, we got another hour here.
Oh, it's 7. Oh, yeah, I don't even know. What time are we off? 11? Oh, all right. Are we not playing the song?
No, fuck that song.
Graz, no song tonight. He's going to call back now.
Oh, no,
No
not
Graz
today.
a day.
Oh, no, not today. Oh, no, not today.
Graz a day.
Yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to say one thing. I wanted to say to Tony Lombardo's kids, Gina and Dana, I went to the service at in Merrick for Tony, who it was a great influence on me, passed away, the coach over at Central High School for 25 years. And he ran the Valberg baseball camp, and he's somebody I've known for a really long time. It was a great service for him, packed church. And one thing, he said a lot of things in my years of coaching and stuff like that stuck with me. And one of them was when he did instructional stuff, he used to say, when you run a practice, he goes, if I look at the kids on the field and they're not smiling, you're doing something wrong. He's like, and talking about high school. We're not talking about 18-year-olds. We're talking about kids, right? And he says, if they're not smiling, you're doing something wrong. So that always stayed in my head. Tony was a special person, and the service they did for him was fantastic. Vito Freesia showed up, and his father, and Andrew Larson, Tom Caputo, people that I knew, John LaBarbera. They were all there, and to pay tribute to this guy who everybody loved. Everybody loved Tony Lombardo. And I want to take my hat off for a second to Gina and Dana for doing a great service for him and really making it something special. And I'm glad I was there to be part of it. So, gonna miss Tony Lombardo. Gonna miss him forever. And I just want to thank everybody who, kept me part of Valbrook and Valley Stream Central Baseball, where I coached for a couple of years too. I helped out. But he's going to really be missed. And I just wanted to say that and have God bless everyone who showed up to pay tribute to that great man.
Well said. Rest in peace, Tony. I want to thank Bruno Capola for tuning in tonight. Tugboat Manny, also mentioned on the show. Greg DiFilippo, Taz the Resident Artist, Mickey Delaney, Michelle Asta, Ann Rothney, Chef Felix tuning in tonight, Kevin Epstein, Matt Aravalo, of course. Matt, please send us a text or blink twice if you need help over there with May, but it sounds like you're really enjoying yourself to some degree. Elizabeth Batapede, Frank Gatto, and my fellow Mohegan Sungoer, Lou Ferriola, joining in tonight. One of my 11U coaches saying hello. So thanks, Lou, for joining in. We will sign off with a little song. No gras a day.
Not today.
No gras a day.
Not today.
No Anthony. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the week. See you next Sunday. Bobby, good night to you. And please wear the City Field security
Yeah,
outfit
I'm
next
gonna have
time.
to come. I'm gonna show up.
Now you're gonna come to the next
I
one.
just came from the Garden, folks. I did not sit there and go, "Oh, let me wear my Madison Square Garden jacket tonight." But I just flew right out of the Garden from the Ranger game. Sorry they lost, and came right here because I couldn't miss this for the world.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming, Bob. We appreciate it. Limo Talks appreciate it. And we appreciate no gras a day to end the show. Not today.